Hello! Thank you for coming to my weekly Cardano AMA. I do these Cardano AMAs every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I do think they're really important, especially for new people coming into the community. I like to do these AMAs every Monday to answer all of your guys' questions. Sometimes we will have repeat questions, but it's just a par for the course. As long as the education keeps coming, I am happy with it. So I just wanted to say thank you guys all for coming by today. If you want to support me, the best way you can do so is delegate to Bloom. Currently, the pool I would like you to delegate to is Bloom 5, but currently we have Bloom through Bloom 6. And make sure you verify your pool ID before staking with Bloom. There are fake people out there trying to steal your rewards. Also, if you guys are interested in stake pool consultation, feel free to email me at peyton@bloompool.io. Or if you want someone to run and maintain your stake pool for you, email me there too. Really no news today. I just kind of wanted to get on here and say that you guys need to move your Aida from Bloom. Bloom's currently at 110 million. So make sure you guys take that Aida that you have delegated to Bloom and move it to Bloom 5 or Bloom 3, Bloom 4. You just want to make sure you're below that 63.5 million range. And if you don't do that, we're all going to lose rewards. So for an example, let's say you earn 5.5% a year from Bloom and you stay delegated past tomorrow, because December 1st is the next epoch and they're changing it on December 6th. So you guys have to move now. And let's say you're earning 5.5%. Well, what's going to happen tomorrow is you're only going to, or not tomorrow, but December 6th. I'm not sure if it starts tomorrow or December 6th. I'm sorry about that. But I know that the date they're setting is December 6th, but I'm not sure if you have to be kind of a delegate in epoch before, So I would ask you guys just to do it now, just in case, it is tomorrow. But instead of earning 5.5%, you're only going to be earning about 2.75%, maybe 3%, depending on the lower it goes, the more the rewards go back to normal. So if anyone's above the 63.5 million Aida range, you lose more rewards the higher you go up, right? So the lower we get Bloom, the more rewards everybody gets. But it's that time, we all have to move out of Bloom. I know it sucks. I love Bloom too. That's always been my pool. It's always been the pool that I delegate to. So it does suck to have to move out of it, but I'm asking you guys please to do that today. It's very important. If you guys have any questions about saturation or pool IDs, feel free to email me at peyton@bloompool.io. Also, you can check the pool IDs. So in Daedalus, there's a ID that starts with pool 1. And then there's another ID for your Roy. They're just two different IDs, but you can verify both IDs at bloompool.io/ID. Bloompool.io/ID. It's very important you do that so you don't lose your precious rewards. But yeah, let's jump into the AMA. I hope you guys are all doing good today. If you guys are, if you think you're going to enjoy it, please leave a like on this video. If you're tuning in afterwards, please leave a like. Like I said, I do these every Monday at 3 p.m. So if you're tuning in afterwards, I would love for you to make it live. Make sure you guys click that notification bell down below too. Click all notifications. It really does support the channel. That's kind of YouTube's latest way to keep you in that algorithm. So leaving a like, clicking that bell, and then a comment down below really does support the channel. So we got a bunch of people here today. We've got 40 people so far. What's up, Anthony? Thanks for swinging by. Carlos, he says, let's do this. What's up, man? Carlos said, how's everybody Cyber Monday? It's being all right. I did most of my shopping on Black Friday. Thanks for the 20% less fees. No problem, Carlos. I appreciate your delegation. Greg said, hey, Big Pay. What's up, Greg? Thanks for swinging by. Yeah, I'm excited. It's the Monday AMA. Carlos said there's more pools than Bloom, plus we'll be able to multi-delegate. Yeah, I'm looking forward to multi-delegation for sure. Umbra said, ho ho hodl. What's up, man? Ho ho hodl. I don't know what language the first part is. I don't even want to try it. I think it's Russian. T-Lock says you're losing weight, looking good. Yeah, I am losing a little bit of weight. I also shave too, so that'll add to it. But yeah, I've always been very, at least for the past few years, I've always been very fit. I've always gone to the gym. I've always eaten clean and healthy. But since COVID came around, a lot of sitting around and working and learning about Cardano. So COVID has made me a little bit fatter. and I'm working that off. Just takes time because the gyms were closed down for about 4 months here, and that kind of just started a little cycle of I hate it. Anthony posted the link for bloompool.io/ID, so you guys can check your ID for staking. Leonard said, "Hey, Big Pay, what's up, Leonard? Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate it." Yeah, I did the stairs this morning. I did stairs for a while, and my legs hurt, but I feel good now because I went. Yeah, ever since I did the stairs, man, I'm so thirsty. I've drank like 50 of these, and nothing's really quenching my thirst. The Motivation Niche said, "Hola, what's up?" John Hamilton, what's up, man? I appreciate you swinging by, John. I always see you on other live streams too. If I'm watching Rick on the Crypto Crows live stream, I saw you there too. Oh, I messed up my arm pretty bad in jiu-jitsu. I'll take a look at that. Ooh, that one burns. It burns pretty bad. Neek said, "Hey, Pay. Hello from the Netherlands. Hello. What's up?" Anthony said, "Ho ho is Santa, bro." I know ho ho's Santa, but not the language. Alphaloni said, "Are you getting a Charles Hoskinson collectible NFT card?" What is that? Did he talk about doing some NFT collectible cards? I haven't heard anything about that. Maybe I missed an AMA or something. To be honest with you guys, I realized Friday night I worked very, very late Friday. I worked through Thanksgiving, and then I worked kind of till like 10 p.m. On Friday night. I was like, okay, I got to take a break. So I haven't really logged onto my computer for Saturday or Sunday. So I'm kind of out of the loop. A lot of things changed very quickly in Cardano, so I could have missed some collectible, non-fungible token cards. Could have missed an AMA. Could have missed a lot of things. I haven't logged into Twitter in 2 days either. I got on there and my notifications were insane. Twitter's almost unusable at this point for me. It really is. Javier said, "Hey, Pay. Hola. Desde Mexico." Hola, man. I appreciate you tuning in, Javier. I took a few years of Spanish. I really enjoyed learning Spanish. It was pretty awesome. I Have the King said, "Hello, friends. Hello. Thanks for joining this live stream." Alfani said, "Crypto Code just covered it in his live stream this morning." Oh, Charles is doing that? That's cool. Search Cardano Kids on Twitter for Cardano NFT. I've seen a little bit of the Cardano Kids stuff. Quasar's In said, Hey, can I ask anything? Hell yeah, man. That's what the Ask Me Anything. That's what we're all here for. Rami said, "Hey, Pay, when will the NFTs be available on Cardano? Any idea?" I want to say it's looking in the February to April timeline would be my guess. But I did get your email earlier, Rami. I will reply to it after this, but it's no problem to schedule till later the week. That's no issue with me. I understand Thanksgiving can slow you down a little bit, so that's no problem. Though iPhone, he said, Crypto Crow dropped a link on his Twitter. Yeah, that live stream he did the other day with Charles was pretty fun. I tipped a super chat. Oh, I missed Carlos's super chat. How did I say super chats? Juice, not water. Carlos, if you come next week, I'm going to have some juice. I don't know. It might be a smoothie. It might be some fresh squeezed juice, but you've gotten me like 3 juices, man. And I have not spent that $5 on the juices as I need to, you know. John W. said, "What kind of shampoo do you use?" I used Paul Mitchell's tea tree. It's really expensive, but I actually have psoriasis, and the tea tree and the mint really feels good on my skin and my hair. So it is good shampoo though, John. It's expensive, but you get a big concentrated bottle. It's one of those bougie things that even though I try to cut expenses down, it's one of those things that I have to have. Motivation, he said, "What is the main benefit of a hardware wallet versus keeping your Aida on Daedalus / Roy? I bought a ledger today. Should I use it?" Yeah, man, I think there's a huge benefit to it. And it's for one reason. It's the fact that, so let's say you have a Roy wallet and you have 1 million Aida in there, you know. That could be a lot of money someday. It's a shit ton of money now, so it's going to be some money in the future. Well, now let's say you download a video game, right? A video game that's free. Someone told you that it's fun. Well, within that video game is a keylogger. Well, I mean, this is like, Cardano is still pretty new, right? So the odds of this happening, I think, are low, but it's still very important to worry about. Well, let's imagine this person has a keylogger or a way into your PC to where they can access anything. Well, they log the keys that you use for your Roy password. Let's say when you were sending it to my Aida description down below for a donation, they found that password that you use for the keylogger. So they just type that in, they put their address in, they type in your password, and they click send, and they take your million Aida, just like that. So the difference with your Roy, or not with your Roy, but with your Roy and Ledger, is after you send that, you flip this bad boy open, you plug in that USB-C, and then it'll come up. So after they try to do that, it's going to come up on your ledger, and it's going to say, hey man, are you sure you want to send this random address a million Aida? So it's just like, to me, it kind of reminds me of two-factor authentication, or a little bit like those YubiKeys for signing into accounts. It's essentially a way of breaking yourself away from just a password protecting your funds, right? So it is very important. Ledgers are, and I think I do recommend people to store their Aida on there, but at the same time, do I store my Aida on there? I don't. I will though. I just haven't got to it. I have a little bit on there. I have a little bit of ETH on there. I definitely use my ledger for my ETH. I don't have much ETH, but like, for example, when you're using like some DApp stuff, you have to have a ledger when you're using the DApp stuff because you're on random websites. I don't know. To me, I have to. Rami said, thanks, Pay. No problem. Quasar Zen said, did you get your Ergo? I did. I did get my Ergo. It's almost like I'm gambling a little bit, but I put a few $100 in there. I got me some Ergo. I actually used Hotbit to get some. I have a live stream coming up at the end of the week this Friday. As long as they don't reschedule on me, it happens sometimes. But with I think he's the lead dev at Ergo. He's an awesome dude. I've seen some of his videos. He's the Ergo guy in my opinion. So he's going to be on the Cardano Aura this Friday. We're going to be doing that at 3 p.m. EST. So I am looking forward to that. What's up? Did you get in your charger? Yeah. Okay. Quasar Zen said, same man, I hate itchy scalp. Dr. Bonar's tea or hemp is good. Yeah, for sure, man. I just hate the chemical stuff they try to use for that. Like, oftentimes when you get shampoo for it, it's just like chemicals on your brain. Edwin said, Bloom 2 rules. Greetings from the Netherlands. What's up, man? Greetings. Hey, Big Pay. I moved my Aida to Bloom 2 and Daedalus and Roy. Thanks again. Thank you, man. Don't thank me. Thank you. I guess I do give some kick-ass rewards. So, Quasar Zen said, paper wallets all day. Yeah, paper wallets are the same thing, right? I mean, it just takes it removes that password kind of security flaw. It's important. Can I use Ledger for my Aida wallets on your Roy? Yeah. Yes, sir. You would have to actually create a new wallet on the Ledger and then send your Aida over to it, but it'd still be in your Roy though, which is good. Motivation E said, thanks for the explanation. No problem. iPhone, he said, the Charles Hoskinson cards look amazing. I know a lot of people would eat them Charles Hoskinson cards up. We have in this community, we have a Charles Hoskinson fandom going. We've all drank the Kool-Aid. I hope you bought in from Co. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't buy it from Amazon or eBay. Oh, you mean the Ledger? Okay, I thought you meant the tea tree, and I was like, you're onto it, man. You can't buy that stuff from Amazon. There's a lot of fakes on there. Dev said, "Who is that crawling? What's his name?" His name is K. I'm late to this. What was the message, please? The important message to delegates is that if you're in a pool above 63.5 million saturation, you're going to need to delegate your Aida to another pool. If you do not, you can lose up to, like, I would say 90% of your rewards if you don't delegate to another pool. You have to do it now. You need to delegate to another pool because saturation is very bad for all of us. Victor said, it's all a conspiracy, man. It is. It is all a conspiracy. Motivation C said, why is that? Third-party bugs from Ledger and Amazon. So you can buy, in my opinion, not financial advice. If you lose your money, it's not my fault. In my opinion, you can buy Trezors from Amazon. If you buy a Trezor from Amazon, just reset the software. And you'll be all right. Make sure the seals aren't broken. Adabifah, sorry, I messed that up. Abifita. It's a really interesting name. Hello. What's up, man? Thanks for swinging by. Motivation Niche said, I found out my girl got me one for Xmas, so I'm guessing she got it off Amazon for Cyber Monday. Just reset the software, man. I think it's fine. I would do some Googling, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. Sassy Boy said, just got here. Thanks for swinging by. It's okay that you just got here. Got 80 people here right now. John W. said, I'm looking forward to Aida to be on Ledger Live. Me too, man. Me too. John Hamilton said, have you had a chance to check out the YouTube channel called Why Cardano? Yeah, I like Why Cardano. He's a cool dude. He's really smart. Hey, man, is everybody moving Aida to new Bloom pool? Then I really don't need to redelegate mine. All right, so I'm hearing this a lot. Hey, if everybody's redelegating, then I don't have to redelegate my Aida from Bloom. You have to. If you do not, by tomorrow, we are all going to lose rewards. You have to. I think there's some people that don't watch these videos, that don't check Aida. If you hear this message, you have to redelegate your Aida. On the new pools, Bloom 3 through 6, they're already minting blocks. We have a 20% reduction in fees for the next month. So it's I would really appreciate it if you did stay with Bloom. You don't have to, but please redelegate your Aida no matter what. We don't want to lose rewards, And then, if there's some space that opens up, then you can come back, It sucks, but okay. And then the Aida, the fee that you have to pay, the fee is not 2 Aida. The 2 Aida is locked up in a delegation certificate. So when you undelegate from Bloom, you get your 2 Aida back, and then you pay a 1.7 fee to delegate to the other pool, and you lock that same 2 Aida back up. So the redelegation fee is only about 0.17 Aida to like 0.2 Aida, depending on the time of day. Don Cardano said, hey, man. Oh, I already read that one. Oopsies. John said, what's up? How's life? Life's all right. What's up? What's up with you? It's getting winter here. I can feel that seasonal depression starting to hit me. There's already snow outside. It's not good for my brain, man. I'm a sunny boy. I'm not meant to be around here. Mitt said, I love the camera setup. Anyways, any update when Catalyst voting? So we're looking at Catalyst voting 50-50 chance. This is the last I've heard on it. 50-50 chance we'll have the Catalyst vote by Christmas. So we may be looking at Q1 for the first Catalyst vote. I still do have my podcast on there. I would really appreciate if you guys voted yes on that when the time comes. I will have a video on how to vote, how to register to vote, how to do everything you need around Catalyst. There's just no new news coming out. It's been delayed for 2 months now. So because it's been delayed for 2 months, there's no more information coming out, Crypto Chiropractor said, what do you know? Oh, I missed. You guys are really chatting. I appreciate it. Daniel A said, hey, Big Pay, signing in from the UK. What's up, man? Thanks for swinging by, Daniel. Victor said, what camera are you using? I'm using a Logitech C something, C920 or something like that. It's just a 1080p, 30 frames per second. I'm going to get something a lot nicer soon, especially if my proposal's funded. I would like some better equipment. How much Aida/USB is distributing via Catalyst? I think it's 2.5 million Aida, but they're only giving out $250,000. iFunny said 3 likes, shake my head. 3 likes, I think yours is glitched. But make sure you guys click that like button, leave a comment down below, and also click that notification bell and click all if you enjoy this. It's important. Otherwise, no one else will see this. Michelle said, I am on eToro, question mark. Give me a little bit more knowledge, Michelle. Gob said, just click on Bloom 3 to redelegate, right? Yes, sir. Quasar Zen said, great message. Got to go tell some folks. Yep, no problem. They should add an automatic redelegate feature once pool gets oversaturated. But who would you redelegate to? You know, maybe you could set that up to where you say, okay, I would like this pool and this pool and this pool, but I would not like it to where it's just like a random pool, you know. Jonathan said, move to Bloom 4. Thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate you keeping your stake with Bloom and your support in the first place. But last I checked, on Blooms I delegate to are not in the red, or am I reading it wrong otherwise? Okay, so Blooms are not currently in the red right now, but on December 6th, they're going to be in the red. They're going to be saturated. The new red mark is 63.5 million, right? So if you're delegating to a Bloom pool that's above 63.5 million, you are far, far in the red, especially Bloom. All Bloom pools are unsaturated right now, except for Bloom, the OG Bloom. You have to delegate. You have to redelegate somewhere else. Because past 63.5 million, we're going to be losing a lot of rewards. Currently, if it stayed as is, if you don't leave right now, we're going to be losing about half our rewards. It's a big hit. Michael Lester said, hey, Peyton, what's up? What's up, Michael? Thanks for swinging by the live stream today. G Stan said, is this an issue if I am delegated with another pool? If that pool is above 63.5 million, then yes, it is. Nostromo said, why had Bloom gone from bright green to olive? I don't know. It's a good question. But make sure you are delegated to another pool. If you're on the OG Bloom, we have a 20% reduction in fees on the new pools, Bloom 3 through 6. So that's an option for you. What does the delegation certificate look like? In Linux, it's just a file called .cert. It's just a little certification, and you have to kind of submit that to the blockchain. Quasar Zen said, it's freezing in Florida today. Man, I wish I was in Florida. It's probably not freezing compared to here. So rewards are going down and fees going up. How many percentage are we really expecting to drop if 5.5% is the average now? It depends on the amount of saturation. At 120 million, you only be getting 2.75%. So that shows you how terrible it actually is. John W. said, do you feel this latest IOG update will drop any major significant new news? I do, John. I do. I think we're getting the Goguen news, the big Goguen news. G Stan says, what if I'm delegated with an... Oh, I already read that one. Do you have a favorite project that's submitted for Project Catalyst? I like Umed's podcast a lot. Umed's podcast is awesome. Trying to think of anything else I really like on there. There's some cool... Oh, the Pool Tool stuff. The Pool Tool upgrade with Umed and Mike from Pool Tool. It's very important. I would love that to get funded. You know, they do a lot of good stuff over at Pool Tool. Why did you name your channel Big Pay? I used to weigh about 230, 240 pounds, and all I did was play video games all day. And my name's Peyton, so I was just called Big Pay. I actually got that nickname when I was like 11, and it's kind of just stuck, even after I lost all the weight. Chris said, hello, the worst thing about snow is shoveling it off the driveway. I agree with that. Chris said 20 cents before the end of 2020. Wouldn't surprise me. Not financial advice. Thomas Baker said, the way I'm thinking is that people should only redelegate to Bloom 4 through 6 right now. We need to leave room for future rewards, adding to Bloom 1 through 3 totals. Pay, do you agree? Your thoughts on this? Yeah, man. I agree with that completely. Bloom 5 definitely needs some love. Bloom 3 is doing great right now, so I understand completely where you're coming from. I don't disagree with that at all. DGRT said smart contract for pools. Yeah, we're going to be doing that for sure, man. I'm going to be having some smart contracts for the pools once we're able to. Farrah said, it's been 20 minutes. I've missed anything big? Nope. You just got to redelegate if you're in Bloom. If you're in any pool above 63.5 million, you must delegate to another pool now or you will lose rewards. Mark Stuff said, hi. With the Goguen update imminent, the idea of native token is making an appearance. What are they, and could you introduce us to the idea? So a native token is different from ERC20. It's ERC20, you write a contract for a token, right? Whereas a native token on Cardano is, as the name describes, it's a native token. There's not going to be any bias towards Aida versus a new token. So a native token is another currency on top of the Cardano protocol. And I can send these native tokens to your Aida address. But it's very important to realize that we don't have this Aida maximalist idea. That's what makes it a native token. To whereas in the future, if another coin becomes very, very important, let's say it's like a Project Catalyst token. Well, this Catalyst token, a pool may have to pledge that in the future, right? So that's what a native token means, is it's a token that's native to Cardano, and it's not just a smart contract, right? Because Aida is a native token, right? Just think of it as another Aida on the same chain. Carlos said, can you as an operator distribute people around the world to other Bloom pools? Can you send us an email when we know to do so? Carlos, please sign up for our email list. I can't move you to another pool, but we do have an email list set up. Anthony, please send that in chat after I say this. You can sign up for this email list. We're setting up a weekly newsletter to keep you guys up to date on the videos, the saturation points, and we'll also send out an email in case a certain pool is saturated. We also have the Discord server down below. It's really important that you guys join the Discord server. You'll also get saturation notifications on the Discord server as well. I'm going to have to skip some. I'm pretty far behind. Nostromo said, but Bloom 2 is only at 28% saturation. Can it go over limit by the 5th of December? It could go over the limit, but it's not likely. I'm telling everybody to move. But all it takes is one guy with a few million to oversaturate it, right? So for the next few weeks, I really just ask you guys, we would like to provide the set and forget scenario where you can just set and forget. You don't have to worry about it. But for the next few weeks, you guys are going to have to worry about it. 63.5 million is a no-go. You have to move to another pool when you see that number, or we all lose rewards. I'm going to keep iterating on it. It's very important. But you have to check your delegation often because of that saturation point. TMI Fanboy said, I am the poop doctor and I approve of this message. He's right. Quasar Zen said, you don't actually own the Aida on eToro. You should cash it out and take that cash to buy more on a different platform. He's right. Quasar Zen is right. There's this old saying in cryptocurrency that if it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. At any time, eToro could go belly up and take all of your Aida with it. And it doesn't have this financial freedom aspect to it that we all love and care about, right? A lot of people come to cryptocurrency for the money and they stay for the financial freedom and the tech, right? So when you have your Aida on an exchange, no matter how big that exchange is, it can go belly up and you can lose all your cryptocurrency, and there's not going to be a government that's going to hand you that. Your Aida is not FDIC insured on eToro. It's very important to know that. Chisel says, the block that a pool mines, is that a transaction? If it is, would it be cool that a small percentage of the fees go to the pool who mined it? So you're getting there, man. So a block is data, and within that block is transactions, right? So there are transactions in a block, but the way Cardano works is everyone's paid for transactions. You're paid from transactions from Bloom. Another operator's paid from transactions. It's not based on the transactions in the block that you mine, because that would add more luck than we already have, right? So what we do instead is we take the total transactions in an epoch and all of the total fees from the transactions in an epoch, and we pay them out to operators. Operators take their percent, and the rest goes to delegates. So it's not like, hey, my pool mined a block with 1 million transactions or something, and I got rich off of it, right? It's, if there's 1 million transactions, we're all spreading that wealth. So Goguen and everything else that's coming is good for us all, right? More transactions is better, and that's what's supposed to happen. So I've mentioned this before. Over times, our rewards are going to be falling, right? Last I've heard is every 6 years, you're going to be earning half your staked rewards. But what's supposed to happen, oh, I forgot it's always inverted. Yeah, so what's supposed to happen is your rewards start going down and down and down and down, but at the same time, transactions are going up and up and up and up, right? So transaction goes up to make up for the loss in rewards as rewards go down from the reserves that we have set, right? The difference between the 31 to 45 billion ADA. Doge said, lots of red balls these days. What the heck does it mean? So one of the devs from IOG told me that it means Goguen. It means that it's tools for developers, is what he told me it meant. Michelle said, oh, really? Which platform do you recommend? I recommend holding your ADA in the Yoroi wallet. Make sure you take that key and you write down that key and you keep it somewhere safe. That's the only way you can recover your funds if you lose access to your computer. Make sure you make a long, secure password that you don't use anywhere else, Michelle. But the Yoroi wallet, it's a Chrome browser. It's an app on your phone. That's your own crypto, and you'll earn staking rewards from staking to any stake pool, and you're actually decentralizing the network by doing that. Quasar said, does Pooltool bring more devs or encourage businesses to build on Cardano? Pooltool is, I mean, the guy who runs it, Mike, is a developer, and their proposal is with Umed, and also the Pegasus developer. So yeah, man, they bring devs and businesses to Cardano because they have the Pegasus app, which is now the Pooltool app. So they have a mobile app that they're developing. They have a website that they're developing. And then Umed is the finance guy. He's the numbers guy, right? So if that gets funded, Pooltool is going to be something great. It definitely fits that challenge ideology. Yep, so Anthony just sent that link. So bloompool.io/newsletter. Sign up for that. We're going to start sending weekly emails that kind of keeps you up to date with Cardano, keeps you up to date with saturation, and there's going to be a saturation notification within that email if you do sign up for that. Sassy Boy said, do we know what that spike in volume last week was? I don't know, man. There's a rumor of a big player buying in. It wouldn't surprise me if a big player was buying in, right? I mean, crypto's becoming pretty big. I mean, we almost passed Bitcoin's all-time high recently. In Cardano, I mean, we just became the top. We're number 5, you know? Cardano's number 5. I should have titled that Cardano's number 5. This would have had a lot more viewers. But we're at 120 people here, or 110 people, and we only have 49 likes. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It's real simple, but it helps me out. If you enjoy it, at least. If you hate it, then dislike. I get it. P. Kelly said, same thing goes for Uphold. Yeah, for sure. So Michelle said, someone said I had 120,000 ADA on eToro. So yeah, you don't want to leave that much money on an exchange because like the classic example is Mt. Gox. Mt. Gox went belly up and lost millions of BTC. I forget what the exact number was, but it was a lot. It was enough to make your butthole clench. Quasar Zin said, Michelle, are you on Discord? It's a good question. Because we do help people out on Discord. Hold on to your pants, kid. Volume picking up. For sure. Quasar Zin said, Pay, mind if I post the Catalyst Discord link? That's no problem, man. Steve Prince said, so off the pools they're creating layer 2. Interesting. Great time to be an early stake pool operator. For sure, Steve. For sure. Doge said, I heard Cardano will create a stablecoin along with a possible airdrop. Is this true, brother? Emergo's making a stable coin. I've heard talks of IOG making their own stable coin as well. I know they've done some research on stable coins. I have not heard anything about a possible airdrop though. But yeah, we got a stable coin coming for sure. Thomas said Vitalik buying into Aida as a hedge. I think that'd be smart, man. Throw a few % over here. Sassy Boy said any airdrop would be epic. It would. I've never actually gotten an airdrop before. Not once. Dev Pryor said, make sure you guys keep the questions coming. It's starting to slow down. If you guys want this to keep going, make sure you keep the questions coming. I appreciate you all being here today. Dev said, I'll give you a like if you can do the entire Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song, the intro rap. I'm not going to do it. Well, this is a story. Quasar Zin said, I like Pool Tool. It's great. Seems like they already provide metrics on what they've brought to the ecosystem. Exactly, man. I'm all for funding people that have been in this ecosystem and are here for Cardano, right? I think a track record's important with this kind of stuff, right? I mean, imagine like starting a YouTube channel, saying you want funding for the YouTube channel, but you've never made any YouTube videos on Cardano before, you know? It's the same thing for Pool Tool. You know, imagine if Pool Tool didn't have Pool Tool and they're like, hey, we're going to make Pool Tool. Give us money. You know, you have to have a little bit of history in the ecosystem and build up a little bit of reputation. Crizzle said, what are they doing in Ethiopia? Financial or voting stuff? Do you know anything? I don't know anything. I know they would love to do the voting stuff. I know that they've signed a lot of MOAs, memorandums of understanding, with many of these countries. I've heard a little bit about like some financial stuff, like you said, like some payment processing, like a way to pay your bills. Sassy Boy said, a lot of people are wanting to meet up when Aida takes off. Is there really a plan to do that? Well, we meet the summits. You know, there's a lot of meeting up at the summits, so I'm definitely willing to meet all you guys at summits, you know. I mean, if Aida's $1, I'm sure people will be meeting up. You're like, hey man, hey, you know, I saw your username there at 3 cents, man. We were there through the dark ITN times. I'm sure people would love to meet up if we saw Aida at $1. Michael said, do you have any plans to handle all Bloom pool saturation for me as a delegate? So this is the Bloom saturation plan. Great question, Michael. So we have the Discord server. So the Discord server is just a way that you can ask questions and talk with us, but we can also provide stake pool notifications specifically on saturation, right? So the Discord link's down below. You can see it says discord.gg. Click that. You make a Discord account. You can get saturation notifications that way. Another way is bloompool.io/newsletter. bloompool.io/newsletter. It's very important that you sign up for that newsletter. We're going to be sending out weekly updates. They're not going to be spammy, just one update a week, and then another update if we get a saturated pool. And also, we do have partners at Bloom. I know someone that delegates to Bloom with over 20 million Aida, so they can also kind of move that in and out of pools to make sure that the pools aren't saturated, right? So a little bit of a recap. You have the Discord link down below. You have the Bloom newsletter. You have these AMAs every week, you know. And we also do have somebody to kind of deal with the saturation for us. So that's kind of Bloom saturation as a way to deal with it. But it is very, very important for you as a delegate that you move out of the original Bloom pool and you move out of any pool that's over 63.5 million, or you and everyone else will lose rewards to that saturation value. And it's not simple. It's not like, oh, I'm losing 1 or 2%. It's I am losing 40%, 50%, 30%, 70%, right? You have to delegate somewhere else if your pool is over the total stake of 63.5 million. That's what I need. I just needed to rant about something, get some questions to pop up. Quasar Zen said, eToro has a great commercial. I've seen that. It is a great commercial. I saw a clip of it that was pretty funny too. Edwin said, hey, Pay. Sorry, I haven't eaten anything today. I've been fasting all day, so I'm getting some coffee burps. Hey, Pay. I'm currently in Bloom on Aida Lite. Do I need to redelegate on B2 or B3 immediately? Also, if so, will you do a video on how since the considered is important? So, Edwin, I'll do a little quick guide for you right now. You need to move away from Bloom to Bloom 3 or Bloom 5. You know, I prefer Bloom 5, but if you like Bloom 3, then go for it, man. I would like you to stake with whatever pool you want, as long as it's below that 63.5 million. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to bloompool.io/ID, right? So after you go to bloompool.io/ID, you're going to see a bunch of different IDs on there, right? You're going to see a Daedalus ID, and Uroi ID. The Daedalus ID, so if you're using Daedalus, you're going to be using the Daedalus ID, and that's called pool. It starts with pool, so go to Daedalus, let's say, or not Daedalus. Say you're looking at Bloom 3 on that page. You're going to see 2 IDs below Bloom 3. What you want to do within Daedalus or Uroi is you want to click Bloom 3, so you're going to search it in the Delegation Center, and once you see Bloom 3, you verify that ID, that pool 1, right, or the other one, the Uroi 1, and once you verify that, you click Delegate, you retype in your spending password, and you're good to go. I hope that helps, man. AI said, I just thought this was funny. AI said, we don't want to meet at the summit. We're trying to get drunk. That's funny, man. You just have to meet some people, ask them to come over, man, especially at $1. We all got money for plane tickets. What do you think is a good minimum amount of AIDA needed to start a stake pool? It's a good question, man. And also this question's subject to change, right? So the minimum amount to start a stake pool right now is 0, right? But I think within 6 months' time, that is going to be different. I think to have a viable stake pool earning a lot of rewards 6 months down the road, you may be looking at 1 million AIDA to participate. That's just kind of my prediction. iPhone said civil war in Ethiopia is slowing things down. Big things coming though. Yeah, it is really unfortunate that the civil war would slow things down. AI said y'all need to subscribe to the Discord. All the high IQ stuff is in there. You're right, man. That's all we do is education in that Discord server, man. That is the high IQ place for delegates. I mean, Cardano people like, right? You don't have to be a delegate of Bloom to be in the Discord server or watch these AMAs. We've been very Bloom heavy lately, you know, but it's just blatantly because of the saturation value, right? But after that, you know, we're still going to be advertising Bloom. You know, Bloom's still the best stake pool there is, right? But it's not going to be constant, you know what I mean, like it has been, you know. But it is important right now. Dev Pryor said, Hotel Cardano. Meet up and get drunk at Hotel Cardano. There's a group of us on Stockwitz that are planning a Vegas trip once Aida moons. That'd be pretty awesome, man. And yeah, and once Vegas opens up again. Why is $1 ranked 2 when 85% saturation? So Nostromo, I'll teach you a little bit something about ranking systems. All of the ranking systems on Cardano are different, right? So you got Pool Tool has their own, which I think Pool Tool is the most valid in my opinion. Aida Pools and also Daedalus. The reason that I'm going to guess that they're number 2 on Daedalus is because they've gotten lucky and they're also charging a very low percentage fee, right? Let's say 0%. My guess is they're charging 0% fee and they got lucky last epoch. So that's why they're there. Daedalus is not taking the new saturation into account yet, right? But do not take anything that ranking systems say as fact, or if this pool's ranked 2, then it's better than this pool, right? If I start up a new pool right now, I get enough delegation, I set the fee to 0%, I'll be number 1 on Daedalus. If I get lucky, I'll be number 1 on Daedalus. And then guess what? Even though it's on Daedalus, it's ranked number 1, I have the delegation, I could just not even have the pool. I could just do the registration, register the metadata, make it look beautiful, and then the pool is not even up. It's not even minting blocks. It's not completing transactions. It's not doing anything, but it's ranked number 1. That's the current state of Daedalus ranking. So moved my Aida to Bloom 5 in the past 5 minutes. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Ledger plus Uroi does work great, man. I love Ledger and Uroi. Hey, I said I need to go look. I'm in Bloom 2. You do need to look, but Bloom 2 last time I checked was good. Quasar Zen said, when Twitch? Do you guys want me to use Twitch too? I think I'm making $10 off these AMAs a piece, so I'll be able to afford Streamlabs Pro now. I can do Twitch streams if you'd like that. Maharshi said, why not Bloom 4? You can do Bloom 4 if you want. Go whatever Bloom pool you like as long as it's below that 63.5 million number. Carlos Nunes said, Ethiopia. The country has signed a so the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, I called it a MMOA earlier. But yet with fledgling cryptocurrencies, startup Cardano that will see developers use its blockchain in local agriculture industry. I actually did a video about that earlier this year. I remember that. Imanti said, what is the usage of K reducing if pools get 4 or 5 pools instead? So That's a good question, Imanti. I've talked about this a lot before. The current function of A naught is broken, right? There's no incentive for me to pledge more Aida to my pool other than you wanting to secure the network from Sybil attacks, right? So that's why you're seeing mules pop up, because incentives matter. Incentives drive human behavior, right? So if the incentive is to start up a second pool, then that's what's going to happen, right? And the incentive structure, and that incentive structure is A naught, is currently broken. I do have a podcast about this. It's the last Cardano War podcast, came out last week. We talk about A naught, we talk about the issues, and we talk maybe a perceived fix for the issue. M. Young said, do you smoke weed? Comment or no comment? I would never partake in the devil's lettuce. I live in a legal state, in the state of Ohio, and it is a Schedule 1 substance federally. I mean, how could you live with yourself not following the federal law? Doge said, is there any benefit to Aida holders when native assets integrate into Goguen? Yes. I talked about those benefits earlier. The biggest one that comes to mind is, some native assets are going to be doing drops probably. And then another one that comes to mind is the fact that transactions will pick up, right? You're not going to be just sending Aida. You're going to be sending these native assets. And when transactions pick up, delegates get more rewards. That's a good question. Let me go look at that. He said, Pay, why does everyone keep saying we are 5? We are 8. Let me go check it out. Yeah, we are 8 on Coin Market Cap. I think maybe they're talking about Coin Gecko. We were 5 for a second. I saw it. I don't know. Maybe we weaned it. Oh, it's because Bitcoin went up. Yeah, Bitcoin went up and Cardano stayed the same. So Cardano probably went down. Let me look at the Satoshi price. Yeah, the Satoshi price is in the gutter. That's why. I think when we were that high, we had a nice Satoshi price. That's why. Because yeah, now we're only down to 871 Satoshis. That's why. No. Nostromo said, wow, learned something important. Respect to you. Thanks, man. I'm glad you learned something important. Yeah, I've dropped a lot of bombs in this live stream. You guys are coming with some good questions, so there's a lot of good information so far. Imanchi said 1 to 2% to 3% makes end difference in fees so tiny. Yeah, I agree, man. And if you look at, that's what's so funny is so the new Bloom pools, 4%, 20% decrease or 20% decrease in fees. So that means we're earning 20% less on the new Bloom pools, to whereas if you're delegating, let's say 100,000 Aida, that's probably going to be like an Aida a year for you, right? That extra 20%. It's funny. And people are so adamant about delegating to 0% fees. And when in reality, their delegation is hurting the ecosystem. Quasar Zen said, definitely up for Hotel Cardano. I'm down. I'm in Bloom 2. Should I move over? Yeah, I would go to Bloom 5 if you want. Bloom 2 is pretty close to that saturation number. So if you want to set and forget, I think Bloom 5 would be pretty good. We also do have a 20% reduction in fees for the next month on Bloom 5. Sassy Boy said, don't worry, we laughed for you. You did a good job trying not to laugh. Is there any update on running a stake pool on a Rock Pi 4? I bet somebody's done it, but there's no official way to do it yet. I bet you can do it if you're a techie, a savvy guy. I've seen someone actually running it on an Android phone. I think it was a Razer phone or something. So, that shows you that a Rock Pi 4 would work for sure. Thomas Baker said, I like that the rankings are trash right now. All of the lazy and or greedy people will get wrecked. People that research their investment will do much better. I see what you're saying. But the issue with the ranking system, Thomas, I see your side. But the issue with the ranking system is that it directly incentivizes 0% pools. And 0% pools are not sustainable, nor are they good for the ecosystem. When we're all moving towards 0%, what it's going to do is it's going to cause people to lower and lower and lower their costs of nodes, lower their lawyer costs, like lower them actually having a legitimate business, because all they're earning is 340 Aida per epoch. That's my issue with it, is because Daedalus, we all know that 0% pools are not good for the ecosystem, right? And then you can have a discussion. Maybe 1% is fine, you know. But when you directly incentivize, the main wallet directly incentivizes 0% pools, there's an issue, right? And then also that same wallet that everybody uses, people think the ranking system in that wallet has meaning, when in reality it doesn't, right? Not that it doesn't have meaning. It just doesn't. Just because one pool's ranked higher does not mean the pool is better than the other pool. As I said earlier, I can have a pool that's fake, that doesn't mint any blocks, that isn't even a real server, and it can be a higher rank than your real pool on Daedalus. If I have lower fees, of course. Thomas Baker said, I have a full-time job, senior accountant, homeschooling my 5-year-old. If I can research it, anyone can. I agree with that, man. People often say they don't have time for shit. When they do, they have the time. 5 or 8 or 7, it depends on the market. It can change in a minute, hour, etc. Yeah, for sure. It's Satoshi, not Satoshi. Satoshi. That's how I say it. Maybe I just said it wrong. I drink a lot of coffee. Haven't eaten. I would explain it. Ifalani said, hey, what's your favorite project on Catalyst that is not your own? I would probably say Umed's podcast. I like his podcast a lot. Or I would say the Pool Tool proposal. I also do like Cardano Scan. Cardano Scan's awesome. I bet they have a proposal on there too. Ross C said, what announcement are you expecting at the December update? I'm expecting some Goguen, man. You guys want to do a live watch party? You want to do a little Goguen, little December Goguen little special watch party? I can come in, hop in about 20 minutes before it starts, you know, break the ice, get everybody excited. Then I kind of go mute, go full screen. We can watch it. And then like during the boring parts, I'll jump back in like, hey, nobody cares about this, you know? And then during the Goguen parts, I'll shut up again. And then afterwards, you know, we can go maybe 20 more minutes and kind of just all suck it, like just suck it all in, you know? It's Goguen. Some more information. You know, we're all excited for Goguen. Michael Lesser said, didn't you say last week that Bloom had 10 mil Aida pledged to their pools? Yeah, we do. We have 2.5 in both Bloom and Bloom 2. We also have Bloom 3 through 6, all at 1.25 million apiece. We just wanted to go to 10 mil total, secure the network from Sybil attacks. And we also didn't want to split up our original pools, right? We did the 2.5 million pledge, and that's what we said. You know, we have no plan of ever lowering our pledge, so we followed that. You know, we just opened up the different pools without actually splitting up those OG pools. Joanne said, great video as always. Thanks, I appreciate that. I think Philpa or Philippe, I always say Philpa. That's how it's like spelled. Or Kaizen was looking to do the rock pie. That'd be pretty cool. You did such a good job not laughing. I don't know when you're BSing anymore. I was thinking about that as I was doing it. I was like, maybe this will be portrayed as I'm just one big phony. I don't BS, man. We're all about transparency. That's why, like, even though I know things are going to get me flack in the community, right? I know when I'm going to say something that's going to have an issue with certain members of the community, that's going to make Twitter unusable for me for a little while. But I still say them anyway, right? I'm going to give you my honest opinion, and at the same time, I'm going to be willing to be wrong, right? And that's kind of like when I brought up that I don't like this K increase, you know, when the price was at 10 cents. I think it should have been gradual. That's an unpopular opinion that's going to get me a lot of flack, right? But I still say it because it's what I believe, and that comes with transparency, right? Sod Hero said, how many Cardanos do you own? I own at least 2. I own a couple Cardanos. I've been looking to get some more Cardanos. Quasar Zen said, I have 90 Cardanos. Jesus, share some of the wealth, man. If zero commission rate hurt the ecosystem, 1% should be the default. That is an argument. That is an argument, Andy. People are talking about maybe doing a minimum margin and also that minimum cost per epoch. Good point in the pool affecting the network as a whole. I wasn't thinking about that. Well, I mean, basic economics, when you have 1,300 stake pool operators, there's going to be a race to the bottom, right? When you have a high supply, the price will go down, right? And then they're going to cut costs, right? Because they want to increase the margin that they make, right? So if you have to run your pool at 0% and you're only making 340 Aida per epoch, you're going to say, well, what can I run this on? What is the cheapest thing? Can I run this on like a 2001 computer? The next financial operating system. I want to make sure that at least 20 Cardanos out of that 340 is mine. So I'm going to run the cheapest thing I can, and that's 0%. Sinton said, I only have 50K Aida. Can I run a stake pool? How much roughly will I need to start a stake pool? Yeah, you can run a stake pool at 50K, man. Thomas said, that's why I come to these AMAs. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Quasar Zen said, what podcast platform did they use? Stitcher or something? I've not found any podcasts. What podcast are you talking about? Carlos said, yes, live watch party. Yes. Yeah, we'll do it then. We'll do it. I'll come on 20 minutes early on that day. We can watch it. Hopefully we get some good news. If not, we'll have to wait till the one at the end of that month. And I'll be like, all right, it's this one. It's this one. Gogan and ERC20 converter announcement from Charles. What? In the update? Is that what you're saying? Or right now? So we go to Twitter? What is the difference between putting Aida in a pool to in a wallet? Sorry, I'm finding this question confusing. That's no problem, Michelle. That's why I like to do these AMAs, right? Because what you're asking is a very, very important question, right? So cryptocurrency, to me, one of the most important things is that it can provide financial freedom to citizens and a government in the future. So when you think about the current structure of the financial system today, you almost have to have a bank account to do everything, or you essentially just have to opt out of a lot of services. So, Michelle, look at holding your Aida on eToro as holding your your money at a bank. And what that bank is doing is they're using your money and earning money with it. And they're not paying you anything, right? They're paying you the staking rewards, right? But they're doing more than just staking it. So think of having your Aida on an exchange as having your money in a bank, but it's not insured, right? If someone robs that bank, they're taking your money and the bank's not responsible for it. That's what it's like to have your money in an exchange, right? Versus a wallet, right? Where with a wallet, you write down that recovery phrase. You're going to get a 24-word recovery phrase. You take that, you write it down on a piece of paper, and that 24 recovery phrase, if you memorize that, you can have money in your brain, right? Or you have it on an exchange where you can lose it at any moment, but while having it in your own wallet and staking to a stake pool that you trust that provides value to the ecosystem, you're not only decentralizing the network and not giving more of that centralization to eToro, you have financial freedom and the money that you own is yours. It's very, very important. That's key. That's key to cryptocurrency. This is why I don't like centralized currencies, right? It's the same old thing. It's not, we could have had a centralized cryptocurrency in 2000, right? The decentralization aspect is why we're all here. Yeah, and then like Quasar Zen said, jump in Discord if you have any more questions about any of this. We're always here to help. We really are. If you have any questions, just join that Discord chat down below. All you got to do is do @BigPay or @Quasar's End, and we'll answer your question. Jose said, is Aida the ETH killer? For real? Could be. I think we're going to be moving towards an ecosystem where we're up there with the big ones. Thinking it's going to be Bitcoin, ETH, and Aida. Wouldn't that be beautiful? What if we were like just number 3, just right behind ETH? That'd be beautiful. Just slowly catching up. Transparent. Does that say baloney? Bolonga? Is that how you really spell baloney? I hate that. I hate that that's what the way. I mean, saying the transparency thing is like it does seem baloney, but it is important, right? What is Cardano? Is that not Aida? Yeah. So Cardano's is Aida. Some people just say that, but you guys got to realize that Cardano is a protocol, right? Think of it. I was going to say think of it like the TCP protocol, but I bet half of you don't know what that means. So think of a protocol as a set rules to follow, right? Whereas an Aida is a token on that protocol. So when you have other native assets, Cardano is the protocol, and you'll have, let's say, USDC and Aida. But Aida is not more powerful than USDC, right? It will be in the beginning, but Sassy Boy says, what will it take for Grayscale and PayPal to have Aida? They have LTC. Why? It's a good question. I would say probably Goguen. Goguen, higher market caps, more time. We'll be on there, man. OCG said 50 ops running 1,200 pools. I don't believe that, man. Not 50. Sad Hero said, do you think you're going to hold Aida for the next 10 years? For sure, man. Unless like something happens, where I change my opinion. Do I need to go from Bloom 2 to Bloom 5 in Aida Lite? You don't have to. And it's for one reason. It's because Bloom 2 is under that 63.5 million Aida saturation point. But if it goes above 63.5, you will have to move. And you can find the ID for the pool at bloompool.io/ID. It's very important that you verify the pool ID. And the pool ID is similar to an address, it's the same way as when you withdraw money from an exchange onto an address. You're checking the end, you're checking the beginning, you're checking the middle. You're like, okay, it's good. I'm not going to lose my Aida. It's the same thing when you're delegating to a pool. You have an address, and that address is the pool ID. Carlos said, when you refer to eToro as an exchange and the risks, is that the same as having crypto in Bittrex, Coinbase, or is eToro unique in how they do business? They are completely not unique. When you allow anyone else to have control of your funds, that's where all those risks come from. They're not unique, right? I mean, there are some exchanges that do cold wallets, which add some security. I've seen some of the new like staking platforms like Nexo, Celsius. I've heard them do cold wallets. They say they do, but it's all they say. There's no really true proof. Exactly. You have your Aida in a wallet and you delegate it to a pool, and it's really easy to do. I have videos on that, Michelle. I would, because lower fees in the old Bloom is saturated 6 days ago. When K changes, yeah, for sure. In 6 days, not 6 days ago. Carlos says, yep, all the exchanges are the same. You're right. Michelle said, brilliant. I'll join Discord. Thanks. I appreciate that. I hope we can help you out. Nostromo said, is it better to have all of my Aida in a single pool or to create multiple wallets and several pool picks? Spread risk? I don't think that's a bad idea at all, man. Creating multiple wallets and spreading out your Aida, I don't think it's a bad idea. As far as risk goes, delegating your Aida all to one op isn't a risk if you know that op is going to mint blocks, right? But if you're delegating to like pools based on rewards, or they don't really have an identity and they're not a competent operator, right? Then I would definitely split up that Aida into multiple wallets and delegate to multiple pools, right? And also, in a way, that would also average out your rewards over time too. Some pools will be more lucky, but I think over time it'll all average out anyway, as long as you're delegating sorry, I started reading while I was talking. As long as you're delegated to a pool, I think the rewards will average out over time, as long as that pool's mint in blocks. At some point, money talks. When will people take some profits or let it all ride? Yeah, people will take some profits for sure. I'll take profits, you know. I mean, if we just saw like $1 overnight, you know, it'd be stupid not to take profits. The staking rewards can be enough, and waiting for a better price. IMO, it's undervalued right now. Could be. Especially if we got Goguen coming as soon as they're saying that. What if thousands of people forming together as a team to make Cardano centralized similar to 1% pool? Like, could they offer various things to invite everyone in the ecosystem? Kind of confused about that. Mahet said, "Hi, Jesus. What's up, man?" I don't know. That's a good question, Sad Hero. I'm going to say I don't know to that. I think maybe over time they could. How do you get into the Goguen testnet? Is it SBO invite only? It's not SBO invite. Go ahead and join the Cardano developers chat on Telegram. Once you join that chat, you will be able to see the sign up for the alpha. Karina said, "Do you recommend creating a geographically located socioeconomic effort to promote Aida in our local residents' communities?" Yeah, for sure. I don't know about, okay, if you said for your pool, I don't think you can earn enough Aida, or nor do the people of your community have enough Aida to only focus on local geography, like a local residence. There's just not enough people and not enough Aida in your local area for you to actually have a successful pool in the current state of things. But I think it is important to focus on that. You know, you want to teach the people around you about cryptocurrency. Nostromo said, there's a rumor of Aida credit card. Is that a thing? Just moved my Aida from B2 to B5. Well, first off, thanks for staying with Bloom. I really appreciate your support. Charles has been trying to get one for years. The Cardano Foundation tried to get one. Recently on that Crypto Crow live stream, Charles got into contact with somebody that does them. So there is hope for one. I'm sure that if Charles doesn't do it, there'll be a third party that does it eventually. Simply Better said, altcoins need correction. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like BTC may need one, you know. Sassy Boy said, did anybody see Rick's Pizza Challenge? I did see that. It was pretty cool. I've been thinking about doing that for a while. Not like the way he did it. He did like a video where he edited it together at the end. My pizza challenge was going to be like something brand new, right? It was going to be an AMA live stream where I have somebody else record me and then ask me questions, and then I go around and try to buy stuff with Aida. Wouldn't that be fun? Just to have a few hour live stream, just answering AMA questions, but just being out and about, you know, and then trying to buy something with Aida. That was my idea. But it was a cool video for sure. Be careful about mentioning your amount of Aida anywhere. You might attract the bad guys. For sure. You can mention how much Aida you have as long as you're a security expert. You know, if you know that you're unhackable, then go for it. You know, but not many of you are. Wes Parkinson said, is there a safe way to pay an admin to run your pool while keeping your pledge and operation in general secure? Yes, there is, Wes. I do offer that service at peyton@bloompool.io if you're interested in more information. Karina said, thanks, no problem. I mean, they could belong to one entity and just control the network. How could we stop that? The K parameter and A naught is what's supposed to stop that, Sad Hero. And we're going to be taking a look at A naught very shortly. Imati said, oh, okay. The market seems very, very overbought. It does seem that way. Michael says, or not financial advice, are Bloom pools all minting blocks? They are. Every Bloom pool's minting blocks, even the new ones. Would it be smart to motivate people running a stake pool? I mean, make it all more simple for masses, bring it to people, marketing. Why should I run a stake pool? I don't think, I mean, if you're not really here to do this for Cardano, then I wouldn't tell you to. You know, I think that it's kind of an oversaturated market right now, in my opinion. They've been pushing this, everyone should run a stake pool ideology for a while now, but I don't agree with that. I don't think everyone should run a stake pool. You know, if that's what you're interested in, if you do want to complete transactions, then go for it. But I don't think that's a good idea to just say everyone should run one, right? I mean, maybe everyone should run one at a higher price point, you know? There's already a lot of aminosity in the ecosystem about all the pools. Can we, delegates, attend an Aida conference with you all? For sure, Karina. Yeah, I will be at the next Aida conference. I would love to meet you. Thanks for tuning in. Nostromo said, got it, thanks. Sassy Boy said, IOHK Charles Emergo needs to stop posting Aida on billboards across, or needs to start posting Aida across billboards across the country. It's an interesting idea, Sassy Boy. You could post a catalyst proposal, try to get funding. OCG said, effectively, that's exactly what's happening with a small group of operators. I agree a little bit and I disagree a little bit, right? So you're obviously going to have a lot of centralization. You know, the graphs that I see, you're going to have a lot of centralization, especially when you have an entity that owns 3 billion Aida, right? And there's only 60 million Aida staked. Or not 60 million. 60, I think there's 63% and 63% of 31. So, I mean, we're sitting, let's just say we have 18 bill staked without actually looking at the number. I mean, if you have one entity that owns 3 billion of the 18 billion staked, I mean, you're going to see some centralization there, right? But if you take them out of the equation, I don't know. At the same time, you still have Pareto's principle, right? So, I mean, there's essentially what you need to do is make sure that the 20% at the top are decentralized enough, right? Because there's no avoiding the Pareto's principle, right? Communist has said, are the connection problems on Daedalus back again? It seems to take a lot of time to connect. Just checked, no issues under a 30-second load. OCZ just said, bro, ... No, I'm not mean, everyone. Sorry for my English. I'm Dutch. I mean, more stake pools better for everyone. I thought it's better to have 10,000 or 10,000 pools than 1,500. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously better to have that. You know, it's more decentralization, but at the current price point, there's no way to sustainably support 10,000 different operators. City is bullish on BTC all the way up to 300K. I don't know what City is, but keep the questions coming. I just ran out. Also, if you guys are enjoying this so far, please leave a like on this video and a comment down below. Click that notification bell and click all. I also have let me post that in chat real quick. If you guys haven't already, make sure you follow me on Twitter too. It seems like I just have mostly stake pool operators on my Twitter, and it's just a bunch of negativity. Okay. City Guitar Guy said, if you have a large supply of Aida but no IT skills, is it worth getting someone like yourself to help run a pool? Or is it better just to stake? How much more pool operators make versus delegates? So you're going to earn around the same from the Aida that you have, but there's more upside, right? So as far as if it would be better for you to run a pool, there's a lot of variables to that. It's not just plainly better. It could be worse, you know, but there is a lot of upside from it, right? If you don't get that delegation, then it'll be worse, you know. City Big Bank. Oh, okay. Carlos said favorite food. I don't know. I like meat. I would say probably like a grass-fed strip steak. I don't know. Something like that. It's just some nice steak, some nice meat. OCG said, if IO was concerned about decentralization over profit, then why would they launch 20 pools out of the gate? Well, they said, if you read the article, OCG, I'm sure you did, they said, well, we did the 20 pools for testing. I just thought that was funny. It's like, no, just say like, okay, we wanted money, and we wanted to test. We just wanted to test. It wasn't money. It's just clearly for profit, man. I mean, that's what it was. Sad Hero said, do you think these big banks own BTC? That's why they have such targets? Yeah, probably. Karina said, when is your next live chat? So, Karina, thanks for swinging by. This is my first time seeing you, but we do these live streams every Monday at 3 p.m. EST. I release a video usually Wednesday or Thursday for a weekly recap, and then I usually do another live stream Friday for a podcast. But these live stream AMAs, the interactive ones, these are every Monday at 3 p.m. EST. We also, if you have any questions after this chat or anything, feel free to go to my Discord server down below, and you can just do @BigPay. And I'll be able to answer you. Jonathan said SPOs are negative. Yeah. There's a lot of negativity and toxicity in the SPO community right now. And it's really, I think, because of the decentralization, that OCG was talking about. And then also a lot of things have kind of just been hitting them in the back over and over and over again, right? I mean, we don't have actual functioning A naught, but IOG is acting like a K increase is just going to save the day. The messed up ranking system in Daedalus. And then even day one, half the pools didn't even show up, right? So it just feels like for many SPOs, it's just slap in the face, over and over and over again, and that's going to breed a lot of toxicity in the community, right? How is there more upside? There's more upside in the rewards that you would receive from delegation. What are we excited for in the dev update coming up in the next few days? So I'm thinking we're going to get some Goguen news. That's kind of what I'm excited for. Karina said, what are the 3 stake pools you would recommend right now? So I have my own stake pool. That's Bloom. I would obviously recommend Bloom. And then the other 2 that I would recommend, I like Frog, Aida, Digi. There's a lot of good pools out there. But yeah, those are the 3 right there. 3 other than Bloom, Frog, Aida, Digi. I also like K-Blocks too. Shweta with K-Blocks. What are the 3 stake pool? Oh, I already read that one. Stake with mushrooms. I do like mushrooms. OCG said, and that is bullshit and lies. Why do you follow the same model, Pay? That is my question for you. All right, OCG, let's talk about this. So imagine if we would have just kept Bloom and Bloom 2. Sitting nice and spry at 170 million. Well, every delegate in that pool at 170 million, many of them don't even know what saturation is, are just going to receive, instead of 5.5%, they're going to receive, what's 170 million? It's definitely more than double, so you're definitely going to be losing more than half your rewards. So let's just say, nice number, 70% decrease in rewards, right? There's no reason to say that, right? To have this social aspect and say, oh, you're doing something that's hurting, when the code does not promote that. I mean, it's that simple. Code is law. There's a not functional A naught. I've said it a million times, man. If you want more of my opinion about this, just go back and watch my recent videos. They're only keeping one, I think. They wanted the money. Yeah, LMAO. Of course they wanted the money. But that's the difference, OCG. I'm opening more pools for a few reasons, and it's obviously for sustainability of Bloom, right? I'm not going to just say, oh, it's definitely not the fact that I'm going to be losing 70% of my income, right? I mean, that's what was my issue with what they said, is the fact that they're just going to play the card like they're the good guys, when in reality they just won't even say the word money. How is there more? Oh, I already read that one. Do you think at some point the world would be entirely on Cardano? It could be, man. Motivation, he said, is there a Coinbase office being built in Japan? One rumor is that the red ball signifies the Japanese flag representing the CB listing. It could. What I've heard, though, is that it's for developers. It's for developers getting the tools they need to build on Goguen. Andre said, are Bloom pools minting? Of course, Andre. All Bloom pools are minting blocks right now. Make sure you verify that you're looking at the correct Bloom pool at bloompool.io/ID. I have to go now, friends. How long have we been going? Ooh, an hour and 20. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Have a good day. See you, man. You have a good day, too. We'll go for 10 more minutes. It's been a good one. So glad I'm working from home now. Get to watch all these live streams. Yeah, I'm happy that I get to work from home now, too. OCG said, lol. Okay, so stake pool operators earn a higher percentage compared to stakers. Yeah, there's more upside, right? But it's not higher. It's hard to explain. It's not a higher stake from delegation, but there's more upside if you receive more delegation, right? Carlos said, that's pretty cool that you recommend other pools about Bloom. It says a lot about your character. I mean, okay, okay. How funny would it have been if they said, what are 3 pools that you could recommend? Carolina's like, oh, what 3 pools can you recommend? Bloom 2? Bloom 3? Bloom 4? Oh, that would have been so funny. No, there's some good pools out there, man. I'll never say the opposite. ASMR said, you were indicating who big already. Come on, be fair with small pool. I'm indicating people are, here's another operator that I trust, right? I'm telling you operators that I trust, right? I'm not going to have this biased small pool opinion that I have to recommend small pool over and over and over again. Off the top of my head, right? 3 pools that I trust: Frog, Aida, Digi. I said K-Blocks. I said one other earlier, right? I'm telling you people that I can trust, and that's what the question was, right? Not, can you recommend small pool, right? Lunar said, chill pay, don't feed the trolls. OCG is not a troll. OCG, I've seen him a lot before. I don't think he's a troll. I'm not feeding the trolls. OCG said, okay, then prepare for 100 more 1% pools. I'm going to tell you right now, OCG, me and my actions have nothing to do with OCG or 1% pools actions, opening up 100 more pools. The only way that would be stopped is a change in the function of the A0 parameter. You and I both know that, right? Will the big news for Cardano, you think in December? Charles mentioning some good news coming. He spoke about a 9-figure agreement weeks ago that he's busy with. I think it has to do with Ethiopia. It could, man. I think the big announcement is going to be Goguen. I think more information about Goguen. Karina said, you have an incredibly cool disposition to handle such a complexity. I really enjoy it, Karina. It's just, it's my passion, as weird as it is. And as when I tell the people in my life about it, they think I'm weird, but my passion has been cryptocurrency for a while now. You know, it's easy to learn something, learn the complexity of it. When you are, sorry, I read AMSMR's troll message. See, this is the troll message, but it's easier to learn about something when you're passionate about it. Sorry. ASMR said, so I'll answer this, but past that, Anthony, if there's any more comments like this, please remove these. ASMR said, why are you an ambassador? Just to talk about your pool? Can an ambassador not have a pool? Can an ambassador not run a content creation channel where I'm answering questions about Cardano over and over and over and over again, and advertisement pool at the same time? Is there a lapse in priority there? What's the issue, man? I didn't come in here and say, hey, delegate to my pool because I'm an ambassador, right? That's the issue. If I were to come in here and say, I'm an ambassador, please delegate to me because I'm an ambassador. That's the issue, not me having a business and being an ambassador. Those are 2 completely different things. Richard said, hi, Pay. Just joined the TP. Watch the video back. Yeah, thanks for coming by, Richard. I really appreciate it. We are getting to the end. We've been going on for a while now, but it's been good. But yeah, the beginning was pretty good, in my opinion, if you're going to go back and watch it. Dennis said, thanks for the update. Daniel said, more money for IOG would mean more money to grow the company. I believe that's a net positive for Cardano. You're right, Daniel, but we are going to be giving them fat bags of stash. There's a reason there's $90 million in the treasury right now. There's $90 million in the treasury, and it's not for my proposal. I'll tell you that. It's for IOG. Anthony said, Amanda from Deadpool. Yep, Deadpool. That's a good pool. We are the Cardano family. Enjoy the revolution. I agree, man. Karina said, was one aware of this promotion for your own pool? It's not right because you're authentic. Smile. Oh, yeah, thanks. Chris said, I agree, Daniel. Yeah. Oh, he was agreeing to the statement about IOG. Richard said, question. I'm pretty far behind. I gotta read fast. Richard said, question. I've already asked before. Can I use the same Ledger Nano S I'm using for Ledger Live for Daedalus? Otherwise, I have to buy another one. Richard, I don't know for sure, but I'm about 99% sure that the answer to that is yes. I will have a video on how to stake with both Trezor and Ledger with Daedalus. So just look out for that. CT Guitar Guy said, even Charles has said the goal is 1,000 pools. Less than that they have now. He calls them sustainable pools. Basically, he's saying not everyone gets to have a pool. Exactly, man. Gaia said, thanks for always giving us your honest opinions and answers and thoughtful insights. It is appreciated. No problem, Gaia Stakepool. I appreciate you coming to the live stream today. Carla said, you are cool. Ignore trolls. No, but it's not. There's a difference between a troll and then when they have validity in what they're saying. Right. And that's why I didn't take what OCG said as a troll. I would kind of say that the one prior to that was leaning on the troll side. Right. That's you're starting to get into troll territory. Right. Carlos said, or bury trolls like Charles, right? Yep, I have buried some people, that's for sure. Jonathan said, hashtag Velvet Fork, Velvet Fork, Velvet Fork. Jonathan's talking about LTC, wrapped LTC on Cardano. That'd be pretty cool. Imanti said, kudos to you, Big Pay, to answer all your questions. It's a rare world for YouTubers. Hey, man, I appreciate the nice comment, but I am sure that if my channel grows, let's say there's 112 people here, well, imagine there's 1,100 people here. There's no way in hell I'm going to answer all these questions. There's no way, But it's nice to do it while I can. It really is. That's what's like really cool about the place that I'm in right now, right? I'm not like making fat bags of stash or cash and having millions of followers or even tens of thousands of followers. I have I'm in just the right spot to build like nice relationships with all of my viewers. Like I see people over and over again. I remember their pictures, their faces, what they've said, right? But I think maybe past, let's say 500 concurrent viewers, it gets pretty hard. Ed said, there's always pain when creating something great. That's true, man. Chris Lindsay said, what's your email again? It's very simple. It's peyton, Peyton. It's my name at Bloompool, BLOOMPOOL.io. And then also, Anthony, send the newsletter chat in there real quick. We have a newsletter. Every week we will send you some Cardano updates, just one email a week, and then another email for a saturation notification if it were to happen, right? But make sure you guys sign up for this Bloom newsletter if you want to know things about saturation. If you don't like email, you don't check your email, we also have the Discord server down below. It's very important you guys join the Discord server for saturation notifications. Also, even if you're not a delegate of Bloom, I answer questions in there. I'm trying to build a little community in Discord that's kind of away from Telegram. I hate Telegram. I understand that it's encrypted. It's nice, but I like this Skype. Like Discord's like the best Skype and Slack mixed together. I just love it. It's perfect for community. Jonathan said, hit the thumbs up, people. I was going to say there's less likes than there's views, but you guys did it. We've caught up, so I really appreciate it. We still got 3 more minutes. I told you guys we'd do 10 more, so make sure you guys ask some questions. We got 3 more minutes. Steve Prince said, Bitcoin DeFi via Litecoin network. Big thing coming. I have heard about that. I'm honestly curious about the technology behind that. I'm going to learn more about that and tell you guys when I do. It's pretty cool. Some DeFi on Bitcoin. I thought Bitcoin was a little too old. Carlos said, there shall be 11K people. I hope you go over 1 million people. Beers. You're at the beginning. You're going to get there, and you hopefully operate on 7 habits of highly effective people, bro. Yeah, I try, man. I fall in and out of those habits, but I'm trying, I'm still pretty young, so I have hope that age will give me some more perseverance and discipline, I just want it for free. Duckpool said 3 minutes, just in time. You're just in time, Duck. What's your question, man? How have you been doing? I saw you still have the pool going. I'm happy to see you stay, man. When you posted that announcement that you're closing your pool, it was hard to hear it, man. I'm happy that you're back in it, and I'm happy that this K increase is coming. Robbie Cicero said, let's go. What's up, Robbie? Thanks for tuning by at the end of the live stream. Do you have a Cardano question, Robbie? Robbie's one of my buddies from real life. Steve Prince said, not many people know that Litecoin is a bridge to the Lightning Network. I don't know that. I didn't know that. I'll have to look more into that, Steve. Thanks for the insight. What would you consider a lot of Aida for a typical delegate? That's very relative, CT car guy, right? Because I live in the United States, so a lot of Aida to me is kind of in the few 100,000 range, the 6 digits, whereas 10,000 Aida could be a lot for some people in some locations, right? So the typical delegate, this is going to be surprising, but we have a lot of delegates of Bloom. And it's a lot of small addresses, right? We have a couple whales, but it's mostly small addresses. It's mostly my viewers, right? And a lot of them are working full-time jobs. They don't have the money to put a bunch in. The average delegate is like 80,000. It's much higher than I would have thought. That's a good question. UK Tamil family said it might be the whales kind of up in that number a bit, but I mean still, it's not going to up it more than double, So even 40,000 is quite a lot, I would say, for the average delegate. And it's what's also funny is watching delegates leave during price increases. It's so funny, like during a bull run, like, Bitcoin's going up, Aida's following it, and we're seeing like 30% in a day. On my Telegram, I have each people that come and go, and you just see like gone, because they're all selling. It's pretty funny to watch everybody sell. Jonathan said LTC is the BTC testnet. I'll try it on LTC, migrate to BTC. I read that 500K is in the top 2%. I would believe that. Imanti said you can check how many is delegated. You can. I know how much there's. I think last time I checked, there's around 3,000 delegates of Bloom, 3,000 different addresses, right? So obviously some actors will have multiple addresses, but I would say a good rough estimate would be at least 2,000, Yeah, you're right. I do need to look at the median versus the average, or do some sort of like taking the whales out. If I just took the whales out, the number would be a lot nicer. CT Guitar Guy said, I plan on staying and not selling. I want to live off my rewards. I wonder how many people feel the same. I think everyone would love to live off passive income, man. I do plan on just selling for profit sometimes. If we see $1, there's nothing against, especially if we see it overnight, it's just going to come right back down. There's nothing wrong with selling 10%, just taking some profit, man. I actually just recently, people hate this. When you say that you sold Aida, it's the devil. But I actually just recently took out all of the money that I've ever put in at, I think it was around 17 cents. I took it out. I put it into USDC, not financial advice, but it felt really good. I believe in Aida. I'm still here long term, but it's just nice knowing that like I made a good investment, got my money back. Most of my purchase was at 3 cents, so it wasn't very hard to do that. I didn't sell very much at all, definitely less than 10%. Yep. I'll take 2 more questions and then we'll hop off here. Carlos said, I'm staying for the same reason, for rewards. Cool. I would love to have rewards in different currencies, man. G. Sean Walker said, good afternoon. I just got here. What's up, G. Sean Walker? I'm actually logging off. Got here at the wrong time. It was a good AMA, though, so if you want to go back and watch, I'd say it was pretty enjoyable. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys had fun, too. I actually had someone message me and said they were looking forward to the next AMA. And it made me feel really good, just to know someone that's looking forward to my content. And I scheduled these AMAs for a couple reasons. One was to kind of keep up like constant interaction and also constantly answer questions, right? I've said this before, but there's a lot of new people coming in the community, and there's a lot of questions that a lot of people would think is stupid. But by doing these AMAs, you can have one person ask a question, and then let's say 300 other people that are new to Cardano in general watch the AMA and resonate with a lot of those questions, right? So, but it's really cool that now that I have something scheduled, a set thing every week that I do, it just really meant a lot to hear someone that they were excited for it. Like, can't wait for the Monday AMA. It was awesome, man. It made me feel really good. I'll answer the rest and then I'll hop off. G. Sean Walker said, I just redelegated to Bloom 5 this afternoon. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate your continued support with Bloom. Yeah, we do all have to get out of Bloom. I actually have to, I've been preaching this, but I have to do the same. I have to redelegate from Bloom. I'm going to do it right after this. I know I was right there with you guys. I wanted to stay in Bloom, but it's really sad. It is. It's really sad. CT Guitar Guy said, do you think we will have higher lows? Like above $1? Or what do you mean see higher lows? Like above $1 after the next bull run? Oh, I see what you're saying. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw I mean, anything's possible, you know, but it wouldn't surprise me if we saw 6 cents again, you know. You got to have some gonads in the cryptocurrency market, you know. And I don't mean to single the ladies out either, you know. It's very... Yeah, Anthony said, "Blue, bro, you're still in Bloom OG." I spilled the beans. I'm sitting here preaching about this, and I'm the issue. I'm the problem. That's so funny. Bloodsville said, "Law, I arrive now. We feel like what's up, Bloodsville? Thanks for swinging by. We feel like you really are a friend at this point. Thanks for all you do. Thanks, man. Yeah, you come to almost every live stream, Sassy Boy. I appreciate it, man. You're definitely a friend of mine." Imonti said, "Thanks, Big Pay. Have a great one. You too, man." Carlos said, "I think he just took out what he put in, not took out all of his Aida." Yeah, I just took out what I put in, which was less than 10%. Carlos said, and if it goes back down, I'm going to buy more. Carlos said, "Why to sell Aida at all? In a year or two, we shall be able to pay all around the world. With conversion and top 30, because you have to diversify risk, man. I mean, it's different if you're not making Aida from a stake pool, or you don't run a Aida YouTube channel where you make Aida YouTube videos every day. I just have to say that I am heavily invested in Aida, not only with my time, but also with my wallet, right? So me selling less than 10% is different because I have this value that I provide with the channel, you know, that I expect to grow, you know. So it's like I was already over invested in Aida, and then my occupation was Aida. It's just funny. There should be a way for pool owners to block new delegates. I agree, man. I think there's some theoretical idea behind that, but it sucks, you know. There's no reason, but okay, this is why you can't. Maybe you could block people. Maybe you could block people, but still allow some people to leave, you know. I was going to say you can't block people, because then if you block people, then like if you lock it, then the people that are there have to stay. But you can still let people leave while blocking it. I agree with you, man. I don't think there's a reason that people that kind of don't stay up to date should be able to hurt everyone else's rewards, in my opinion. This is a great idea. Do you ever live stream when doing something technical with your pool? I never have. I actually did a lot of technical stuff in the past, Karina. I made how to create a stake pool videos. It's kind of like a live stream, but it was pre-recorded, where I would do like a 40, 50-minute video of just all technical stuff. But I quickly realized that I just quickly realized that I was like making content for the wrong market, right? I mean, the only way to fund this stuff is a stake pool operation, right? So I was making videos for other stake pool operators, and I did that for a while. But after a certain point of just answering questions all day, doing video chats and helping people, I realized that I was like, man, I got to start making videos for delegates. You know, they're the people that are the least informed, you know. Richard said, "Thanks. See you all the time," or "See you next time." See you next time. OCG said, "Thanks for the discussion, Pay." No problem, OCG. I appreciate you swinging by, and I don't mind the hard questions, man. I don't think you're a troll. Coin Ferris said, "Wondering if there's still time to get those NFTs." I'm sure there is. CT Car Guy said, "I'm heavily invested too." Steve said, "Blockchain is the future." I agree. CT Car, I'm going to get to the end this time, I swear. I need to sell once it all goes sky high so I can do like you do and take my initial cash out for sure, man. Unfortunately, I came just now. Thanks for the videos. Thank you, man. I appreciate you swinging by, even if it was just at the end. Vishal said, "Hi, joined late. How are you?" I'm doing great, man. I am ending it. But this was a good one. So if you do want some Cardano content, make sure you go back. Again, it says smart contracts on Cardano going to seriously compete with ETH. Very exciting. It is so exciting, man. Can't tell you how excited I am. First in, last out. You are, man. I bet Anthony's still here too. Motivation East might still be here too. Edwin said, "Why not the total amount and only the amount that I originally put in?" You could do the total amount, Edwin. It just felt good to get the original money back, you know. Mola said, "Aida ecosystem future for sure, man." John G. Walker, every now and then you have to take profits. Doesn't mean you're abandoning the project. I agree, man. That's just one of those things, though. You know, when you sell less than 10%, everyone's like, "This is the Cardano guy. You know, what's he doing?" Can we get some T-shirts next week? Yeah, we might be doing it may take longer, but we may be doing a giveaway every AMA from now on. We might have T-shirts next week, but it's not going to be just T-shirts and hoodies. It's going to be a really cool thing. I think you guys are really going to like it. It's expensive, but I think you guys are going to like it. It's a way for you to secure your keys. That's the only information I'm going to give out. But we will be giving out one of those every live stream for a while. STJN said, "Are you gay?" I'm not. I don't have any issue with gay people, but I am straight. Bloodsville said, "That's how I got here, watching how to build me a node." I remember that. I remember you, Bloodsville. Marcio said, "Cool." Imanti said, "I still want my t-shirt." Did I miss your t-shirt, man? If I missed your t-shirt and I was supposed to send you one, message me. I'm bad about that. I sent out a bunch of them, but I definitely forgot some. So, STJN said, "Are you a Jew?" I am not of Jewish heritage. I do have curly hair and a big nose, though. That's a little racist. That didn't mean to be racist. I just was looking at my own features, you know. But that's it. That's the Monday AMA. I do these every Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, big shout out to the sponsor of this AMA, Ada Lovelace. So I'm going to tell you guys real quick. I'll tell you guys the story of the Ada Lovelace sponsor. You've probably been seeing it in my videos. Ada Lovelace, best sponsor I've had thus far, in my opinion. Ada Lovelace is actually a delegate. Ada Lovelace is a delegate of Bloom, and they wanted to support the channel. They said they've been getting some kick-ass rewards. And as a thank you, they wanted to sponsor the next 5 videos. So that's why I've been saying sponsored by Ada Lovelace, because they are sponsored by Ada Lovelace. So it's pretty awesome. You know, it's big shout out to that delegate. You know, I won't mention any names, but it's really cool to have a delegate sponsor the video, you know, because it definitely was just to sponsor Ada Lovelace, you know, so it's not like they're benefiting that. So it's like just, you know, big thanks, you know, but that's the story of Ada Lovelace. Yeah, Anthony said, "Love that girl, Ada." I do. She's a beauty, man. Hold on. Let me pull up. I watched this like 30-minute video about Ada Lovelace the other day. It was on the Reddit. Hold on. She a baddie, bro. She a baddie. What if I had the, I don't even know what that's called, like side buns. But that's the live stream. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Happy Cardano. Great stuff coming soon.